Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Today we are doing a soft spoken 26.2 patch note reading. So this will be one of my first videos I have recorded in like a week or two because I have been going through a lot, and if you've been a fan of my channel for a while, you know that I've mentioned moving like twice, and I'm moving again, so that's really fun. Hopefully this time, like, fingers crossed, we're gonna be like okay and stable, for at least a year. But this past year has been really awful, and 2026 did not start off better at all. So anyways, I haven't done a soft-spoken video in a long time, and I know that one of my channel members requested that I do it more often because there is probably a handful of you that also enjoy this instead of just whispering, which honestly I forgot that I used to do soft spoken, so that was a good reminder. Anyways, let's just get right into it. So I dodged a bullet this patch because I've been abusing Neferi. Like, I'm so obsessed with Neferi. You guys are probably going to see Neferi gameplay for like the next 2 uploads. I'm sorry. She's not in this nerf list. However, for some reason, my immediate thought, I don't think you guys can see my mouse, but why is Diana not in this nerf list? Like, that is bugging the hell out of me. But the new skins this patch will be Aegis Frame Galio, Aegis Frame Ornn, Battle Academia Briar, Battle Professor Samira, and Revenant Rain Viego, which is his exalted skin. If you guys live under a rock and haven't seen anything about it, Viego is getting a $250 gacha skin, so this is what it is. And yeah, it's like the old Katarina legendary where she can switch daggers between like 6 whenever you get kills. This is basically that, but for Viego, and it's $200 more. So have fun, Viego mates. This next section is sorry if you hear like vehicles outside or something. Somebody's been like seemingly just leaving their car on outside or doing something outside. I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, this next section is the devs' thoughts on how the first patch of the season landed. If you are interested in their thoughts, you can skim through this in your own client, but I do not think they changed much. I think this is just notes. I don't think it's any changes. Besides, I think I noticed they said they will put control words to the support quest slot at the start of the game instead of halfway through the match, so that support players can have more muscle memory when it comes to their control word slot. Anyway, champions, we are just diving into it. Aatrox's jungle is getting a buff. Don't know why we continue to nerf and buff this, but here is the next buff to it. His passive, Deathbringer Stance. Deathbringer Stance. Bonus magic damage based on target max health is going from 4 to 8 to 4 to 10% based on level. And his Q, the Darkened Blade. Bonus damage to monsters is going from 15 to 25. Ash is getting a slight buff. Her attack damage growth is going from 3 to 3.5. Gwen Jungle is getting a nerf because it is OP. It's OP, but Diana's better, so why is Diana not on this list? I will forever complain. Her passive, 1,000 cuts. Monster damage cap is going from 5 to 3 base damage, and the percent AP scaling is going from 10 to 5. Chase Jungle is getting a nerf. His Q, to the skies and shock blast. Bonus damage to monsters is going from 50 to 25. Lilia is getting a nerf in the jungle, even though I haven't even seen her like at all this patch. Her passive, Dream Laden Bow. Heal against large monsters is going to stay the same base damage, but the AP scaling is going from 15% to 9%. And her Q AP ratio is going from 35 to 30%, which is crazy because if you really think about it, on release, I'm pretty sure, like pretty positive, that Lilia Q had a 90% AP ratio scaling, which is insane. But the fact that it has gone down to down 60% since her release is kind of depressing. Like, I used to enjoy Lilia a lot, and then she just kind of got gutted. So I don't really play jungle that much anymore. But I'm very excited about the Shyvana rework that is happening, I think, in the second split of this year. So maybe that'll bring me back to playing jungle more in norms. Malphite Jungle is also getting a nerf by the looks of it. His W, Thunderclap. Monster damage is going from 2 to 1.8 times. And his E, Ground Slam damage is going down, and it is now 60, 95, 130, 165, and 200. So the scalings are staying unchanged on that, and the mana cost is going to scale now. So before, Malphite E was just 50 mana at all ranks, and now it will be 50, 55, 60, 65, and 70. So a bigger nerf to his E there. And his ult, Unstoppable Force, is getting a longer cooldown. So it's staying the same at rank 1 at 130, and then going to 115 and 100 seconds. Master Yi. Armor growth is going up from 4.2 to 4.5. And his Q, Alpha Strike. On hit damage modifier is going from 65 to 75%. Nunu Nunu is getting a nerf. Nunu's Q, consume. Cooldown is going up by 1 second at all ranks, so now it will be 13, 12, 11, 10, and 9 seconds. His W, biggest snowball ever, maximum damage is going down by what it looks like 30 damage at all ranks. So it'll now be, the base damage will now be 150, 195, 240, 285, and 330. The AP scaling is staying unchanged. His E, Snowball Barrage. Damage per hit is going from 16, 24, 32, 40, and 48 to 14, 21, 28, 35, and 42. So his E is also getting a damage nerf. I hope you enjoy these engine noises in the background. I don't know what's happening. Sivir is getting a nerf. Her attack speed growth is going from 2 to 1.6%. Her armor growth is going from 4.45 to 4.0. Smolder is also getting a slight nerf. His armor growth is going from 4.7 to 4.0. Tilia. I think Tilia is getting a buff for jungle. So her Q, bonus damage to monsters is going to scale up now instead of just being a flat 20. So it's going to be 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. And they put a note here that says empowered boulder damage is still increased by 80% to primary target. And her E, Unraveled Earth, monster damage modifier is going from 190 to 225%. Varus is getting a buff, and I think I saw on Reddit, which is kind of funny, that throughout the years, Varus has just gotten basically like the same nerf and buff over and over again to make room for pro play, and then once pro play isn't, as in season, like it's not worlds or anything, they just bring it back to what it was. I think that's kind of funny. So his Q, piercing arrow, maximum charge base damage is going to be the same at rank 1, but scale up, so it will now be 80, 160, 240, 320, and 400 maximum charge base damage. And his W, blighted quiver, on hit base damage is going to go up. So it will now be 8, 17, 26, 35, and 44. Viego is getting a buff, of course, because he's getting a skinless patch. His attack speed growth is going from 2.25% to 2.75%. His Q, Blade of the Ruined King, percent HP on hit, bonus crit damage modifier, that is a mouthful, is going from 50 to 70%, and the active bonus crit damage modifier is going from 50 to 60%. Z. Passive, Contempt for the Weak. Monster damage is going from 1.8 to 1.2 times, so a Z jungle nerf, which, I'm going to be honest, doesn't really do anything. He's still going to be busted in mid lane, even if this knocks him off a few pegs in jungle. Just because him with first strike is very, very oppressive right now. So, next, that wasn't much. Next, we're going to items. They said they're keeping their eye on Dusk and Dawn, but they're not changing it, even though it has a OP interaction with like so much of the roster. But it's okay. Bandle pipes, the new engage support item. At least that's what it's intended for. Is getting a nerf. So the price is going from 2,000 to 2,300 gold, and the combined cost is going from 500 to 800 gold. Because even champs that were not support would buy this item, because, I mean, 2,000 gold is like dirt cheap, guys. Like, what the heck? Fiend Hunter Bolts attack speed is going from 48 to 45%. The damage multiplier for guaranteed critical strikes is going from 75 to 80%. And the bonus true damage for critical strikes is going from 10 to 15%. So it's getting a buffs. And lastly, Hex Optics C44 is getting a buff. So the attack damage is going from 50 to 55, and the distance required for max damage amp is 700, going from 700 to 600. So I haven't really seen these two items built, but hopefully now we will. But also not hopefully, because new is change, and change is new. I don't like new. Anyway, that is patch 26.2. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check my links below if you are still awake. If you would like to speak to me, join my Discord server, follow me on Twitch, which I haven't really been streaming in a long time, maybe some time in the future, and join channel members, things like that. I hope you are having a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are, and I will see you in the